Greetings, pastor's wife impregnated by stepson. Dear Mckoy, I am in such a stressful and embarrassing situation currently. I am the wife of a pastor of a well-attended church in the western region of Jamaica. A lot of people look up to us and come to us with their problems. Pity they don't know that I have my serious demons. I have been married to my husband for the past 8 years and he is older than me. In the beginning, his family gave me a warm time because they said I was too young and radical for him. Only his son welcomed me. We would go to church pretending we are one big happy family when they secretly hated me. I guess because I was young and sexy. I was not their poppy show, so the hate got more and more severe over the years. At one point one of his family members came to live with us, and I couldn't deal with her disrespect. I was pouring it all out to his son, and he would encourage me. He felt like my only friend. One day, the family member and I had a serious altercation and she called me a whore. To my surprise, my husband had her staying there still. I decided that I needed some space, so I went by his son's home for like 2 months. At that time, the son's wife accepted me and they took good care of me. I developed more respect for the son and we got closer. I eventually forgave my husband and went back home just to save face at the church. Our relationship started dwindling down and the sparks went out the door. One Sunday morning when they left for church, his son came over and I was pouring out to him and just started bawling. He was hugging and consoling me when I just kissed him. He did not resist, and the next thing I know, we were all over each other in my matrimonial bed. I have never experienced that level of lovemaking before. My stepson healed every broken bones in my body. The things he did to me were indescribable. I had so many orgasms in that little moment. We started hiding and sleeping together. We played our secret roles very well. Things at home no longer bothered me because I was getting serviced by my stepson. Sometimes I would be on the pulpit and my stepson would be in the congregation texting me all the nasty things he was going to do with my body. Sometimes I would just shout out hallelujah and I would see his face smiling in the congregation. I would be having sex with my husband like once a month, but my stepson would explore me sensitive zones like twice a week. I got very ill and my husband took me to the doctor, thinking it was COVID. He did the test but it was negative. He said he would run some tests to see the problem. When we went back for the results, I almost fainted when I heard that I was pregnant. My husband was so happy, but I felt like disappearing because right then I knew it was for his son. When I told the son, he said whatever I choose to do he will support me, but he would openly welcome his child. I am genuinely in love with my stepson and I don't know what to do. He is suggesting that we divorce our partners and move away together to build our family. I am just thinking about abortion because of the impact all of this will have on my husband and his church. I am honestly confused and don't know what to do. Identity withheld. Dear Miss, reading your letter made me so sad. Sad to know that there are persons like you in the church who are such blatant hypocrites. How could you be sitting on a supposed to be holy pulpit while performing those ungodly acts? You said you wanted to save face for your husband's church, but this is bigger than that. You should be seriously worried about the whipping you are going to receive from God. I don't think abortion is the way to go, but I definitely agree that both you and your stepson should stay away from your partners. They deserve better. So the child you bring forth will be your stepson's son and brother same time and your husband's grandson? What a nasty entangled web this is. I pray God have mercy on both of you. Greetings, mother-daughter trap. Dear Mckoy, I am a personal trainer who works at a well-known gym in Kingston, but I also do home visits since the pandemic. I placed an advertisement on social media and I got a call the same day from a lady in Barbican. I called her and told her the conditions and requirements. The following day, I went to the address I received and I was greeted by this beautiful lady. However, she had some insecurities due to her bulging sides and belly. I assured her that with my program, she will be looking and feeling fabulous. We planned the schedule and expectations. The following week, it was time for business. I presented myself at the house and she answered the door. This time she was wearing a very tiny short set. I am not exaggerating, I had to wonder if she had stuffing in her shorts. Her vagina was the buffest I have ever seen. Anyways, I tried to keep it professional and started the program. The woman was giving me such a hard time concentrating with her 40 pounds of meat. She would deliberately open and close her legs and bend over with all the flesh hanging down. I had to fight to keep my boy under subjection. The next visit, she opened the door, but this time in her towel, as she said she just got out the shower. I offered to wait in the car until she was ready, but she said I could come inside and wait. I was setting up my equipment when I felt something cold on my back. When I looked up, it was her rubbing some ice cubes on my back. The towel was now gone, and she was very well naked. I was so surprised that I couldn't talk. Only thing I could do was to sit in the couch. She came over to me and bent over, showing me all her fatness. My mouth was left in an O. I asked her if it was real, and she said I should squeeze it to know. It was the softest and most fluffy vagina ever. She pushed me back, then took out my tool and swallowed me up. Now mark you, I am not a small one. I felt like a little bitch under her spell because I wanted to cry out. All the time she was there exercising her jaw muscles, she was giving me full eye contact. I was at the point of exploding, and I told her, and the lady placed an ice cube in her mouth, and that was the kill. I shot straight down her intestines. When she got up off the floor and I looked down, there was a puddle from her wetness. This 54-year-old woman was a true porn star. I bricked up back immediately and got out my condom. I put it on and told her to assume a position. Old girl chose the doggy style and started barking. When I finished drilling her fluffy walls, she was like a little humble cat. I told her to ride the bike now, and she jumped on, but her door opened and my man instantly dropped because I thought it was her husband walked in, but it's a replica of her, only much younger. I was trying to get myself together, but the young girl just looked on and smiled. She commanded us to continue, and the mother had a little ginal smirk. I was wondering what the hell this was until old girl ripped off the condom and started the jaw movements. The daughter came over and took away my boy from her and started her thing. It was like a competition, but the daughter demonstrated some killer skills. She swallowed me up completely, but what made her one was that she took one on my balls, and also I had to stop because these women were taking me for a little bitch. I got out a new condom and placed the daughter on top of her mother. Both were in doggy style. So I rammed on, I rammed the other. The moans and groans from them were music. That day, I ended up doing 3 rounds with them. I have never been so tired in all my life. The mother paid me a hefty sum of money. We shared the experience some more time, but I started developing feelings for the daughter. She called me one night and told me not to come back to the house because she liked me also and wants me for herself. I think both of them are jealous over each other, and I am caught in the middle. The problem is that I want the daughter, but I want the mother's money. Identity withheld. Dear sir, you got yourself in a family crisis. I suggest you stay away from both parties, as this can cause serious problems stemming from jealousy. If you were a professional trainer, as you mentioned, you would have left from the beginning. After that first encounter, you should have never gone back. Suppose the daughter should tell the husband out of jealousy. All the best. Greetings, dear Mckoy. My bestie wants a threesome with her man. I'm a 20-year-old woman whose best friend is in a 3-year serious relationship with her boyfriend. Their sex life is lacking, and they want to add another person to their bed, and they invited me to join. I'm flattered and drawn to both of them, but I'm afraid that this will only result in conflict between them as individuals and as a pair. What do you think I should do? Confused. Dear Confused, there is a lot to be said for enjoying sex when you are young. When you're older, you'll have a rich sexual back library to read through on occasion, but most of the time, someone will feel used in these situations. The fact that you are thinking about the problems that may exist demonstrates your emotional maturity. What is being requested of you is neither right nor wrong. What it means to you, on the other hand, is what actually matters. What looks to be a flattering and titillating game can often lead to a broken friendship. If judgments, jealousies, or other insecurities occur as a result of giving yourself so freely to 2 people who already have each other, this mix could be catastrophic to your self-esteem, or even theirs. If your friends are having problems, it's far better they solve them before you fall into bed with them, so ask your best friend if this is actually what she wants. You are not a cure. Politely decline. There will always be jealousy and resentment. Fantasy is usually better than reality. Write to us via WhatsApp 1-876-353-1389 and remember to subscribe and share, dear Mckoy.